What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Oversell Podcast. It's your man, Zuplexcity. I'm here with the big dog himself, One Shot. We are here tonight bringing you the finest in wrestling podcasts. We are the greatest wrestling podcast on the world. I don't care what anybody else has to say about it. That's why we call it the Oversell Podcast.
I like it.
So, might as well oversell ourselves, right? What's going on tonight? How you doing, bud?
All right. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm ready to talk about a little bit of the fallout of War Games. So tonight we're gonna go over what kind of happened after War Games on Raw and SmackDown real quick, and then we're gonna go into a tag team tier list. We're gonna break down a bunch of different tag teams, kind of rank them where we think that they should be ranked, and bring it to you that way. We've been talking about tag teams a lot. I love tag team wrestling. I think it's more exciting to watch tag teams than it is to watch singles and stuff like that. So I'm a big tag team wrestler guy. So we're going to go over all that in a little bit. But first up, Becky Lynch makes a huge face turn at War Games, right? It solidifies that on Monday night, going into the crowd with the microphone. Bayley comes out with damage control. They get into it with Becky. Whole thing happens. They're fighting by the merch stand. Somebody gets hit with the Money in the Bank briefcase, as they tend to do. But Becky making a face turn, I think, is the best thing she could possibly do for herself right now. What do you think, bud? Do you think she's better as a face or a heel?
I think a face turn's definitely a positive. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah. I think heel Becky, as much as I love her, I don't think she comes across as well as she does as a face. I think seeing her as the man and fighting to get the title, fighting to get the strap is where we want to see Becky. That whole weird thing she was doing with the wacky outfits and the big sunglasses and big time Becks and all that. Big time Becks I liked, but then again, it's just like, where do we go from there? You know? So I like the face turn. I think it's the right move for her. We had OC versus the Judgment Day. It started off, the WWE did their famous thing of like, we want to have this match, but we're going to have this match to get to that match. So it started off with Mia Yim versus Rhea Ripley. And then they delved into chaos. So they just said, let's just have basically a mixed tag 4-on-4 match that they could have just done at Survivor Series. Like, I understand War Games was a good gimmick to pull out for Survivor Series, but I don't understand why they just didn't do this match there.
It was a miss.
It's definitely a miss. You know what I mean? Like we talked about on the last pod, we talked about if we were missing, like we all like the War Games aspect. We were all also missing the Survivor Series aspect. So it wasn't a bad thing that they gave us War Games instead, but we're still missing the Survivor Series aspect. And then you give it to us on Raw, kind of, you know, where you could have just given it to us there. So I don't know. I don't think that storyline's really got much more legs on it, but we'll see where it goes. We have the return of Candice LeRae and Tegan Nox this week, shaking up the women's division. You know, Candice did the whole damage control, busting me up, I'm back for revenge thing. Tegan Nox came out helping. Oh crap! I don't even remember who she was coming out to help on SmackDown. Liv Morgan. So Liv Morgan brings Tegan Nox with her back out, this, that, and the other thing. I'm glad to see them back. I don't know if it was necessary considering the level that the women's division is at right now. But I will say this. Tegan and Candice LeRae are better workers than some of the chicks that we got in that Warzone match. We talked about the clunkiness of like Io Sky and Dakota Kai and stuff like that, and how really they didn't step up to the plate on the big stage. So maybe Tegan and Candice LeRae are your answers to that because they are good workers. So hopefully they gel a little bit better with the upper echelon of your Biancas and your Asukas and your Alexas and stuff like that. I don't know. Like, we had talked about it. They looked very clunky. The captain agreed with us that Dakota and the newer girls aren't really looking up to snuff. So I think bringing in Tegan Knox and Candice LeRae is the right move. They're better workers, I think. What do you think, bud?
I agree with you.
Yeah.
They should be able to add some much needed entertainment. And depth's a good word.
Yeah, I think depth is the right word. Because right now, I think the women's division it's good. It's better than it's been in a long time. But without Sasha, without Charlotte, you have holes. And on top of all that, there's like a big split. There's like a level change with the women's division. You have all the chicks that are really, really good up here, and then all the chicks that are really not up to their level, like skill-wise, physicality-wise, like unable to do what the others can do. And when they go against each other, it's noticeable. It's really, really noticeable that they're not at that level yet. So I think bringing in a Candice and a Tegan Knox, who I think can be at that level, will really help out with this, with the whole division. Theory versus Rollins. I know you hate Austin Theory
with a passion. I do. I hate it. I don't know if I would like him even if they brought him in under a different, like. But
his new look, his new attitude is good, man. I'm telling you.
I didn't really see anything in his attitude. I saw his little back and forth with Seth in the ring. Seth shined like he always does.
Oh, Seth always shines.
And I wasn't.
Seth always shines.
I don't know. It didn't sway me. I still see him as that fucking stupid selfie taking
selfies anymore.
I give it time. I'm sure he will. Be using an iPad.
I think Seth's the right guy for him, though. I think Seth can push him. You put Seth in the ring with him, then
we'll see.
You know what I mean? Like, he can make him look good without getting buried himself. So, but I thought it was a great promo between them. They did a hell of a job. The rest of the card, the rest of the matches that were on War Games, basically Lashley's gone. We got Seth and Theory, and the Ronda situation is whatever the Ronda situation is, but like they need to figure out something for that SmackDown Women's title. Other than that, the big storyline is the Bloodline.
Always is.
Who is more over than Sami Zayn right now?
Nobody.
Nobody. This dude,
nobody.
The crowd loves him. They're chanting Sammy Uso the entire time. They came out on Raw. They were all partying, having a good time with it. They're trying to get Solo to like hug them and stuff, and Solo's just sitting there like the mean mug, kind of like my partner over here.
You said Austin Theory. You fucked up my night.
You are the Solo Sequoia of GGEN, my friend.
I'll take it. I'm all right with it.
Your own personal bodyguard and mean guy sitting in the background. But really underneath, you're just a cuddly bear.
Not at all. Not at
all. But Sami Zayn might be the most over guy in all of wrestling history at this point. Everybody loves him. Did you
think that it was going to come to where we're at in the storyline with him and Jay being, I'm trying to think of the words to put together. Him and Jay, yeah.
But they're like boys now. Like they're all about it. Jay's all about Sammy now, calling him Sammy Uso. Like, I don't know. Like, Kevin Owens is the big wrench in this whole storyline, right?
Mm-hmm.
He basically came out and was like, Sammy doesn't even exist to him anymore. You know, all that previous stuff is all out the door. So it is what it is. He's just part of the bloodline. That's how KO is looking at him now. Do you think that our theories of Sami Zayn turning on the bloodline still happen?
100%. Especially with all the rumors flying around. The rumor that Sammy is going to fight Roman is a big one right now.
Yeah. I saw that. That's a huge turn to make. Especially with the momentum that they have going now. So do they pivot the storyline and just keep this going for a little longer than we thought?
I don't know. You don't want to ride it until the wheels fall off. You don't want to lose the interest. Yeah. Because if you continue doing the same thing, I mean, as much as I love watching Sammy react with them and you get them to break character, they can only do that for so long before it just gets dry.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If you add in a turn, at this point, it might be smart to not make Sammy the one that turns on him, but like fucking Jay or Jimmy.
I'm thinking Solo.
Or one of them turn on the bloodline. That way it completely fucks everybody up. And they're like, well, I was expecting Sammy to do it.
Yeah. I think the Solo turn would be better. Jay and Jimmy, you can't really have them turn because they're still the tag champs. They still got to be on the same page with each other.
They could both turn at the same time.
I mean, that is true. You could have them turn at the same time, but then who goes up against Roman? So that's why I think Solo.
Well, that would put Jay and Jimmy against Solo and Roman, with Sammy as you're going to pick sides.
Sammy is the special guest referee.
He's got to pick whether he's going to ride with Solo and Roman or Jimmy and Jay.
That'd be interesting too.
And then hell, you could even bring Kevin Owens in on one of their sides.
That's true. I didn't think about all that. That's a good theory there, bud.
Yeah. WWE, call me. Like I'll write this shit.
That's it. So you got the tier list ready to go?
Where the fuck's it at? I do. You got it up, pulled up?
The one you just had?
Yeah, same one.
Yeah, I'll pull it back up again. We'll just go through them. The ones that. So for everybody out there that's listening, there's a bunch of teams on here that are doubled, and there's a bunch of teams on here that are really not tag teams.
I went through and tried to pull some of those off there again.
But we're gonna go through this.
All right, so let's do S tier. Who do you think S tier is?
Well, let's just go through the pictures and we'll go through.
You want to go one by? All right.
Yeah. Let's go that way. Who's first up? The War Raiders, Viking Raiders.
Yep. I already know where you're putting them.
In my opinion, I'm putting them in A tier. They're not an S tier.
Oh, you're putting them A tier. I expected S
tier. Nah, they're A tier. Like they haven't reached S tier yet because I think they've only been the champs once. I mean, they've been kind of buried also, but talent-wise, they are definitely an A-tier tag team. I know you become fans of them after watching that wargames match with me. So
I got mad respect for that big motherfucker.
So I'm putting them A-tier.
All right, I'll rock with A-tier.
What do we got? We got the headbang next.
I think
headbangers. I mean. Big in the 90s, but the 90s were kind of like the worst time ever for tag teams until we had like the TLC matches and everything like that.
Okay, I would say
headbangers for me. I mean, like
I put them at a
like
C.
C and D.
I put them at a C.
Yeah, C works for me. So now, Too Cool. They weren't the best tag team ever, but they were entertaining as fuck.
Just for the entertainment value, I'm going to say C.
I'm going to go up to a B tier with them.
A B?
Yeah. I mean, they were tag team champs for a long time. They were the most over tag team until like the Hardys came around. When you added in Rikishi, it just made him even better. Probably the most entertaining tag team that we had for a while.
Okay, speaking of Rikishi, you got him and can't remember his name.
Him and Crash Holly.
Yes, that's who it is.
I mean,
I don't remember much of them.
Yeah, I mean, were they really even a tag team?
So I still got the not ranking. I can put them in the not ranking.
Yeah, put them in not ranked. I don't even want to rank them. You got Gallows and Anderson, who I think have to be in an A tier simply because of their work in Japan. You know?
See, I didn't watch much of them.
But I mean, they've been around forever. They're OGs. They're original members of the Bullet Club.
The ones right after them holding the red version.
The bald guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Gallows and Anderson.
Okay, that's who I thought.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think they got to be A tier just simply because of the work that they've done in the business in general. You know? What do you think?
I'm going to trust your word on it. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of these that I don't know just because I took so much time off from watching wrestling.
Yeah. So after that, we got... I can't see this picture, man. Was that Hart Foundation?
Yeah, it's the Hart Foundation.
Bulldog and Owen Hart?
Yep.
I mean, they got there, right?
I'll give them A.
I mean...
I'm between A and B. I'm between A and B. They're not S tier.
No, they're not S tier because Brett and Jim the Anvil Neidhart are S tier. So we can't put them, you know, Owen and next after that, I don't know who the hell that is.
You got the Miz and who the fuck's with him?
In Sandow. Team Mizdow? Mizdow I'm putting in B tier with Too Cool.
I'll take your word for it.
Entertaining, bro. There was Damien Sandow might be like one of the best character actors, like character players. When he was playing the Miz's stunt double, he would just reenact what the Miz was doing in ring. It was the most bonkers, amazing, funniest thing I've ever seen. I loved every minute of it. Where are we going to next here? The Ascension. Basically, we're wiping out the rest of these teams that their pictures we can't even see.
Let's see. Are we talking about the dudes with the face paint?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Ascension is basically a C tier to me because they were big in NXT, but they got into the main roster and basically got buried right away. You know.
Okay, so that's easy. NWO.
I mean, it's got to be S tier, right?
I mean, yeah. As much as I hate Hulk Hogan, fucking piece of shit.
I mean, like the thing is, they're an S tier. They're absolutely an S tier action.
They're
an S tier tag team though.
Yeah, they are. I mean, look at the impact that they had.
Agreed, as a faction.
Yeah. But I mean, even as a tag team, even with just like the OG members as a tag team, they were phenomenal. They were dominant. I mean, they were assholes. They were dominant.
We got the Bushwhackers.
Where are you putting them?
I mean, they're a B tier team, man. They held the division for a long time. They were super entertaining. Kids loved them. They would lick people's heads. How do you not love the Bushwhackers, man? They just got inducted in the Hall of Fame. Like,
all right, we got the Hardy Boys.
S tier all the way.
Every day.
Gotta be. Every day. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. We'll get to the other two tag teams that are associated with them for all time, but you know as well as I do that TLC the ladders matches, everything that they've done in the business, they're still both working at this point. Jeff's kind of like all over the place.
Oh, he's he's pretty rough.
Yeah, but still, you gotta give it to him. We don't know who that is, right? Wild Samoans.
Where are you putting them?
A tier.
Hogan. I hate him so fucking much. And Macho.
I mean, like to me, they weren't a tag team. I mean, like they were a tag team, but like, you know.
So you want to go D tier? I'm all right with it.
I can't go D tier with them because it's still Hogan and Macho Man.
Okay, so C tier.
I mean, A. We'll go with A tier on them just because of the names. But I mean, like as a tag team, like I just don't consider them like. What were they called? The Ultimate Powers?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like that. I know we're gonna get roasted in the comments for not knowing their tag team name, but like
roast me. I fucking hate Hogan.
Sin Cara and Kalisto, very entertaining tag team in my opinion to watch.
I am gonna say B tier. They are entertaining. I like them, but I'm gonna say B.
I mean, I was gonna say B. B works for me with them because super entertaining to watch. The Iconics. Now, the Iconics to me
are iconic.
I mean, they really are because they really helped create the modern women's tag team division, and like actually getting a women's tag title was because basically they were so over. So I'm going to put them at A tier.
A or S?
I think A tier. I don't think we've actually ever seen an S tier women's tag team yet. You know, because there haven't been too many.
Roast him, not me. I didn't say it.
There just haven't been too many women's like official tag teams. You get women that are tagging with each other. Like, yeah, Charlotte and Becky tag team together. That's great. You know, like Sasha and Asuka were, you know, at one point, but like they're not like the Iconics were a tag team.
Unpopular opinion. I don't like Charlotte.
Listen, I don't like her, but I respect it how good she is because she is very good in the ring. Very, very good in the ring.
Moving on.
We got Mojo Rawley and Zack Ryder. I mean, they're C tier, but they were entertaining. I like those guys. Mojo's the man, bro. You ever see Mojo Rawley get in the ring, gets all hyped up and shit?
I said I missed a lot, man.
You did. I believe we got the Funkadactyls here. The original women's tag team, but they really weren't great.
So B tier?
Yeah, we'll go B tier with them. Actually, put them in C.
Damn, savage.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, man. Naomi was amazing, but her partner was not great. We got Breezango. Another entertaining team, but we gotta put them in C tier. I don't think they cracked that level. We got the Authors of Pain, probably one of the most buried tag teams in the last 10 years. I'm putting them in B tier. They were pretty dominant when they came on. They got kind of thrown away real quick, but I'm saying B tier for them.
Okay, Spirit Squad.
I mean, listen, the Spirit Squad brought us Dolph Ziggler.
I still don't make them not an F tier team.
D?
Fine, I'll put them in D.
D? Like, can we do D with them? I mean,
I'm okay. I'll put them in D. I'll put them in D.
Had some moves. You know what I mean? Who's that next one?
This is the Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. least that's who I got.
I was looking at the one before him, yeah. What do you think?
I'm at a toss-up between A and S.
I'm at the same point.
Like
I think it's gotta be A tier. 5-time world championships. We put the NWO there.
I think we go S.
That's what I said, S.
You said A.
Say A? I meant S. I meant it.
All right. The Wyatt family. I give it a solid A. I'll give it an A.
I want to go higher, but it's like it's hard with the faction ones because are you judging them? Because like Wyatt family as a faction is an S tier faction in my opinion, but Harper and Rowan team is like only at A tier for me.
That's we'll do A. We got A. You got Gold Dust and Stardust.
That's B tier. As much as Cody hates being associated with Stardust, like, you know, it was entertaining. Like I don't know what to say. Like it was cool to see him as Stardust. You know. All right, we got the Outsiders.
That's S tier.
I don't think they are, man. I really don't think they
are. Really? Why?
They're the Outsiders as the Outsiders were an A tier top tag team. But I don't think they changed the business that much. Like I don't think like as NWO they did. That's why I'm okay with putting them as S tier as NWO. But as the Outsiders, like what did they really do? Like I don't even remember them being champs that long. Like
I'm disappointed in you. All right, moving on.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, what's the qualifications for being an S?
I just think that obviously you know we have different points of view on it.
But I'm saying, like, my qualifications for being an S tier, like, look at who we have in S tier, right? You got the New Age Outlaws. We're part of DX, which pretty much changed tag team wrestling. You got the Hardy Boys, which incredibly changed tag team wrestling. And you got the NWO, which basically made such giant impacts in the business overall. You know, the Outsiders didn't do any of that. They did as NWO.
We'll agree to disagree. Moving on, sir.
All right. Who's next?
I don't know.
Where are we going to? The Court of the Usos.
Okay, so we can put them in not ranking. Usos, where are we putting them? I've seen them. I've seen them now with the Bloodline, but I didn't watch them prior to.
I mean, listen, man, they've held the tag team championships longer than anybody ever has. They're like 9-time champions. They've completely changed. They've held the tag division to a standstill for the past fucking 10 years almost.
I mean, here's my issue with using how long they've held the tag championships words, because I mean that's written that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's written that way because they're one of the most popular tag teams. You know what I mean? Like they don't just have anybody.
I'm looking at it like what entertainment value have they brought? Have they changed the business in any way?
I think they have.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not directing this towards them. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah. But I'm saying as longevity wise too, like they've gone through different character changes, been able to still stay on top. Like they made a heel turn, still stayed on top. You know what I mean? Like,
so you're gonna where are you ranking them?
I gotta put them S tier. Like, you just can't deny them. And trust me, I was one of those guys that hated the fact that the entire tag team division was at a standstill with teams getting buried because it was Usos versus New Day every week. You know, the New Day is another one. Like we'll get to them. We had the B team: Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, the B team, very underrated team.
Never heard of them.
I will only so Do you know the history behind their name? It's probably one of my most favorite segments of all time. Is they're in the back trying to come up with a name for their team, and Bo Dallas is like, "We'll call ourselves the A Team," and they're like, "Yeah, we can't use that. It's kind of copyrighted. This, that, and the other thing, right?" And they're like, he was like, "All right, the B Team." So then they come out as the B Team, and the entire crowd just starts chanting, "Da da 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 da." They start chanting the 18th chant.
I mean, that'd be pretty good to see. I'll have to look that up.
I gotta send that to you one day because it is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. So I'm putting them
at B.
Now they're C. I'm gonna stick to my guns here. You know, they're a C-level team, but still they're fun. We got the Brood.
I'm intrigued to see where you put them. I'm not even gonna tell you where I'm gonna put them, or where I would put them.
So now we talking the Brood as like with Gangrel.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. So I'm putting him at B. What do you think?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I really expect you to put them at like S or some shit.
Oh no. Edge and Christian go to S. The Brood doesn't. That's the problem with having different versions of tag teams in here.
Yeah.
Regal and Tajiri, you can go to D with them.
Savage.
Yeah, I love Tajiri, but Regal is kind of like one of the most boring guys I've ever seen wrestle.
Speaking of Regal, I just saw news that he's trying to leave AEW and come back to WWE.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now that Hunter's in charge.
Mm-hmm.
And AEW's on a complete and utter like destruction right now. The Steiner brothers. Do they make it into S tier?
I don't think that's the Steiner brothers.
Not the guys in the red jackets, the guys next to them.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I see Rick Steiner, but that's not Scott Steiner.
Who is that then?
I don't think it is.
All right, well, even if it's not, we're calling them the Steiner brothers.
Okay. Works for me.
So that is with Rick Steiner. I don't know who else. That's definitely 100% Rick Steiner.
Yeah, it won 100%, but I don't think that's fucking Scott. Yeah, I don't think that's Scott.
The picture's too small for me to be able to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, we know what we're talking about. We're dealing with very, very small pictures here, and we both have old as fuck eyes. All right? So don't judge us too bad.
Where are we putting?
I'm thinking, I mean, A tier, definitely. Do they make it into S?
Nah, A. We'll leave it at A.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with A tier. All right. We got the Redemption. Redemption, I mean, for me, I want to say A, but I don't think they've earned it yet. I'm going to put them at B. I do like them as a tag team, though, especially. I mean, they're in AEW now as FTW, or FTR. Fuck the rules. Iron Sheik and Kozlov. Old school. Two of the best heels in the business. We going to A tier with them?
Where you want to put him?
I don't know. What do you think?
I was thinking B, but if you want to go A, we can go A.
I wanted to see where your head was at with this one because I was kind of on the fence between A and B. So now I'm saying B tier. Let's go.
All right. I'm in. I don't know who the next. Okay, that's okay. Yep.
Gotta be A tier, right?
I'm trusting you on this one. It was in that time I didn't watch.
The Iconics. Yeah. Gotta be A tier. Actually, you know what? I might. Nah. Twin Magic wasn't enough for me.
Okay.
All right. We got the Hart Foundation. We got Bret and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Bret Hart might be the most boring wrestler ever to watch.
Or whiniest. He might be the whiniest one.
He's definitely whiny as shit, but he is a great. I mean, he is still Bret Hart. Everybody says he's technically the best wrestler in the world and this, that, and the other thing. You know, Undertaker's talked about how good he is in the ring.
Not the best wrestler in the world.
Listen, I'm telling you what other people said. I'm not saying it. But A tier?
I'll give it to you because, I mean, they've had some iconic matches.
The Hart Foundation, like, we can't. They're definitely not S tier. I don't care what anybody says out there. Come at me in the comments if you have to. The Hart Foundation is not an S tier.
Yeah, fight me naked.
Yeah, fight me naked. I don't care. Like, it's not happening.
All right, Sean and Hunter, S tier. I don't care what you say. They're going S tier.
See, I was going to say A tier for them.
I'll fight you naked. I don't care. They're S.
All right. We're going to S tier with them.
Tell me why they wouldn't be S tier.
So again, like, are we talking about Sean and Hunter? Or are we talking about DX? Like, DX is S tier for me, but Sean and Hunter, just before they became DX.
I mean, before, after, during, they're a phenomenal team together. Always have been, always will.
I'm not knocking them as a phenomenal team. I'm just talking about, like, should they be in that upper echelon?
I think so.
I'm gonna defer to you on that one. The next three teams, we can't figure out who they are. We got Rhino and Heath Slater. You see who that is?
Yeah, I got it.
Right before the Brothers of Destruction. Rhino and Heath Slater, I'm putting a D tier. But I love Heath Slater. I got a lot of kids, man. I got a lot of kids.
All right, Brothers of Destruction. Where are you putting them?
A tier.
Motherfucker, I really. you're fucking throwing me off tonight. I figured they're. Yeah.
I mean, like, listen, man. The Undertaker is probably the greatest wrestler of all time. You know, but again, like when I say S tier. Like, I want guys that change the business. You know?
Okay, moving on.
All right, so we're going to eliminate this New Age Outlaws again that's in here.
Yeah, I got rid of him.
Right to the Legion of Doom.
What?
Legion of Doom. Or am I off here?
Oh, no, yeah, you're on. Sorry, I was somewhere else.
Legion of Doom, tough one. It's where do they deserve that S tier label?
I'm going to go with A.
I was going to say S.
I'm going to say A because of all the stories of them being so difficult to work with.
They were very difficult to work with, but I think they changed the face of tag team moves. Doomsday Device might be the second greatest tag team move of all time.
Yeah, but does that trump how much hindrance they caused on potential?
I mean, it was the 80s. Everybody was doing cocaine back then.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Like, did they do worse? Did they do worse hindrance than Jake the Snake Roberts or the Ultimate Warrior?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Jake the Snake was a fucking menace.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we get really gonna hold back the 80s against them? I don't know. S tier for me because they changed.
I put him in S tier. We move on.
Changed the way tag teams looked at moves. I gotta give them to them. Right, who's next here?
You got Sheamus and Bald Sheamus.
Cesaro.
Yeah.
The Bar was a solid tag team. Some of Cesaro's best matches were when he was with the Bar. I'm gonna put this. It's a high B. It's a high B for me.
Okay.
Like they're almost A tier. Almost A tier. Like I really want to put them in A tier, but
we got the Shield.
Oh, this is so tough, man. Shield, I would put in A tier.
I agree with that.
I think they really shook up the WWE, changed the way they were looking at things, but I don't think they're at S tier level yet.
They're definitely A tier, even though they did bring you some phenomenal wrestlers, but it's also wrestlers who do better as a solo act.
Absolutely, 100%. All right, so after them, a bunch of guys we don't know. We go on a IRS and the $1 Million Man.
Where are you putting them?
I mean, they were fun. C tier.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
I love seeing weird tag teams like them. You know what I mean? After them, I kind of got lost on here. Don't know. We're going to Asuka and what was that? Io Sky.
I believe so. Yes.
Asuka and Io Sky, I mean, like, they did really well in Japan, but I think they're still B level.
Okay.
Next up, we have... I lost it again.
Was it Enzio and...
Enzo and Cass. Probably two of the best guys on the mic. Enzo might be the worst wrestler I've ever seen in my entire life.
I saw clips where he about fucking killed himself.
He really might be the worst wrestler I've ever seen in my entire life, but he was top on the microphone for a little while there. So I mean, I'm gonna say C level. If they weren't as good on the mic, they would definitely be D or F.
All right, Harlem Heat.
I mean, I'm gonna put them at A.
I can fuck with A.
Yeah, I gotta put them at A.
Eddie and Chavo.
Eddie and Chavo. I mean, Los Guerreros.
Look, I have a really hard time not putting Eddie in S tier. Like, he is...
I agree, but Chavo brings him down a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's Eddie.
I know.
Like, no, you could put Eddie with anybody, and they're going to be fucking S tier.
I gotta go A.
Oh, I want to fight you so much.
My level for S tier is very, very high.
Edge and Christian.
If you're talking about singles, Eddie's an A tier, S tier wrestler, 100%. But Chavo he had the fucking personality of a wet blanket. Edge and Christian is S tier.
Yeah, S tier. There's no argument there.
No. Not at all.
Were we ranking Lex and the British Bulldog?
I mean, I don't see the point in ranking Lex and the British Bulldog at this point.
All right, Rock and Stock Connection.
Rock is one of my favorite tag teams of all time. Like their vignettes and everything, they would like them back and forth in the ring and everything like that. Probably some of the most entertaining stuff we've ever seen.
I'll give it A tier just for entertainment factors alone.
Like, if it wasn't as entertaining as it was, I would say B tier. But because they're that entertaining back and forth, I think we got to go A with them.
I agree with it. Billy and Chuck.
Lee and Chuck. I mean, D.
Okay, I'm good with it.
Like,
are we doing the Wish version of Edge, Christian, and Lita?
Wait. Hold on. Who's here? Edge, Christian, and Lita?
I said, are we doing the Wish.com version of them?
Are you talking about Eminem? Oh, we didn't do Mean Street Posse or American Alpha.
I don't even see them.
American Alpha is the little guy with the African American dude next to him, holding matching singlets. Guy's wearing a headband.
Okay, I see him. I put him in our ranking. My bad.
Oh, okay. American Alpha, a C level.
All right.
If they were together longer, they could have really been an A level team because they were that good in the ring. But that kid, Jason Jordan, was terrible on the microphone. Absolutely atrocious. Mean Street Posse, F tier. Fuck those guys.
I'm trying to find them. Hold on.
It's the three guys in sweater vests.
Where the fuck did I put them? Oh, okay, I found them.
All right, now we can get to Eminem. Drew Morrison, I'm putting at B level. They were the tag champs probably a long time. They were in the mix for a long time, but they were there when it was the weakest tag team division of all time also. So it was not hard to beat top of that.
All right.
Who's next here? Flair and Batista?
Yeah.
I mean, E?
Did you say E?
E.
E, like Echo?
Oh, Bravo.
Oh, B. Okay. What the fuck? There's no E list here.
I'm saying B because, like, honestly, Ric Flair was way too old to be part of Evolution at that point. And Batista, I thought Batista and Randy Orton was the better team of Evolution. All right, so where are we at here? Kendrick and London. Kendrick and London, to me, again, they were the same time as Eminem. They were there when it was the weakest tag team division of all time. I mean, I'm going to go C level for them. Never really impressed me much.
Okay. The APA.
Ooh. I mean, it's A level, right?
I agree with A level.
Yeah, got to be A level for the APA.
The Nasty Boys.
I know everybody loves the Nasty Boys. Never really liked them that much.
I hate their look.
I mean, I know their look was very like 80s or the early 90s was like very like let me see the Nasty Boys on. Oh, here we go. Like I know it was very like controversial or whatever, like they were punks or whatever the hell they were trying to be, but honestly, they can go in D level for me.
F level, got it.
I'm with it. I wasn't gonna go as low as F. I was gonna do like the Mean Street Posse, but I'm with it. Typhoon and Earthquake.
This one's all you, dog.
Yeah, I mean they're C level, very middle of the road. Two gigantic dudes. No, had a bunch of like different rivalries and stuff.
Shawn Michaels and Diesel.
I mean, individually, they're both A and S, right? Together, I mean, they really weren't that great of a tag team, in my opinion.
So you going C or D?
I think B level, just because of the names.
Why would you do B just because of the names, though?
I mean,
you had a whole big rant about how somebody didn't change the business or anything, and they're going to put them at B because of their name.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like, listen, it's still Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash. No, can't go lower than B for them. We just put Batista and Ric Flair at B. In the same vein, like they're two guys that shouldn't be tagging together.
I'm going to go ahead and move the next one up to S tier.
Oh, 100%. Greatest tag team of all time. I don't care what anybody said. Fight me. Fight me on that. The Dudley Boys are the greatest tag team of all time. 100%. There is no denying that.
I have to think about it. I can't give you an argument right off the bat, but I'd have to think about it.
Like, they are the most entertaining. They were the most over.
The New Day.
I mean, they got to be S tier also. We put the Usos there. You got to put the New Day there.
All right. Shawn Michaels and the fuck's his name? Like, this is like
Marty Jannetty?
Yeah.
The Rocker?
Yeah. Roast me, I don't care.
Yeah. The Rockers were pretty decent tag team. Shawn Michaels definitely proved that without Marty Jannetty, he's way better. So, I mean, for what it's worth, and C level.
But it's Shawn Michaels. Why isn't it a B level?
Because Shawn kicked him through a window and proved that he was way better. Like, Marty Jannetty was never seen again after that.
All right, we got one left.
Which one's that?
Cactus Jack. It should be like the very last one.
Cactus Jack and Terry Funk?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, E level?
I can do B.
I can go up as high as B. I mean, they weren't really a tag team as much as they were a melded ball of destruction for all of ECW for a short time. You know? I'll stick with B. So that's our list right there. That's everybody, right?
That is everybody.
Except for the plethora of tag teams that are on this list that we have no idea who they are or
correct
from their pictures.
Correct.
I mean, there's definitely tag teams that we missed that weren't on this particular list, but we can always add those guys in later if we need be. But right now, looking at this S tier, the S tier is pretty good, man. Dudley Boys, the NWO, Hardys, New Age Outlaws, Hunter and Shawn, the Usos and the New Day, Edge and Christian, and the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Pretty solid, like S tier level of pro wrestling tag teams right there.
I still think Kane and The Undertaker should have been in it.
I mean, listen, they're amazing, but what's the difference? Like A tier to me is like your top guys that are like probably really amazing in the ring and this, that, and the other thing. Oh, did we miss the Soul Brothers?
Where am I looking?
Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson. They were definitely on this list somewhere.
Oh yeah.
They're who I wanted to put in S tier. First African American tag team champs of all time. He's the game. I don't see them on here though.
I got him. I add him.
All right. Like, in my opinion, S tier's got to be change the game type of tag teams. You know?
I think those two were fucking phenomenal, but I digress.
I mean, they are. That's why they're in the A tier, though. Like, everybody looks at A tier like it's a bad tier to be in. Like,
I digress.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is your tag team list. That is your news for the week. We're the Oversell Podcast. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Everything on GGEN. We've got the trivia game still going strong. Round 1 just ended. All those matches are out and look absolutely phenomenal. A lot of great entertainment there. So got reactions coming from One Shot. Myself and Scythex did a couple trailer reactions over the weekend. Spartacris was doing some reactions with One Shot here. We got the Theater Room Podcast, the Multiversal Podcast, the Oversell Podcast. I have two new videos coming out. One is going to be the Key List, which is going to be a monthly quick little like rundown of comics that you should be collecting. And I got an unboxing video coming out soon. So keep your eyes peeled for all that. Make sure you guys are like, follow, subscribe on all socials, Twitch, YouTube, Insta, TikTok, Facebook. We're everywhere. So just make sure you hit that bell. Let us know. Put your notifications on so you can see when all the new stuff comes and drops and everything like that. Love you guys all. We are the Oversell Podcast. We are out of here. Have a good night. Be safe, everybody.